Okay, today we're going to be learning about the rise and fall of the Hololive VTuber Mano Aloe. Now, wait, she was a she was wait, she was like one who got like terminated or graduated really early on, right? And she never really even was in Hololive for that long. So I'm definitely intrigued to learn about what happened. Yeah, what happened with her? Why specifically did she like graduate so fast? Because or get terminated so fast. I don't really know the history of her, so I guess we're gonna be checking her out. Honestly, though, like her design is pretty cool. Like I like her tail with the microphone as well. Like she has a really cool design. Honestly, I like her design. It's kind of a shame like, I think that her design's really nice, especially what was this like earlier on in Hololive, right? I think so. Maybe I'm not exactly sure, but I like the design of her model. It's a nice model. I like it.
Had debuted as part of Hololive Gen 5 on August 15, 2020, and
Oh,
had
okay,
garnered
Gen
over
5.
100k subscribers in a single day. She
Damn,
was set
whoa.
already to be one of
Wow.
the brighter stars of VTubing, with her incredible singing capabilities and
Oh, okay, so that's why she has like the tails microphone. 'Cause she's like, I mean, she's a singer. Okay, it makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of the Hololive members can sort of sing. So
Yet, a mere 2 days later, she was given a 2-week suspension.
Oh.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't a 2-week suspension basically carrier
yeah,
for
it
VTuber?
basically
Aren't they
is.
just dwarfing her growth?
After just
And you wouldn't
debuting,
be
yes,
wrong.
definitely
Mano
it is.
Aloe was on a meteoric rise. Her charm, her quick wit, and that voice, that hauntingly beautiful, almost Vocaloid-esque voice, captivated
hear it?
legions
What
of
does she
fans
sound like?
across
I
the
kinda wanna
globe.
know.
She had dreams, big dreams. But the path to stardom is seldom a smooth one, especially in the unforgiving realm of online entertainment. One
Tic-tac.
misstep, one careless word can unravel everything.
Oh no.
And so it was for Mano Aloe.
Oh no.
The scrutiny intensified. The whispers turned into shouts. The
Oh my
shouts
God.
turned into harassment, doxing, calls made to her home, invading her
fuck?
privacy. But why? What led to this abrupt suspension and harassment of a promising talent? To understand the full story, we must rewind the tape and delve into the heart of the storm that engulfed Mano Aloe. It's August 2020 and the glittery confettis rain down,
okay, so it's back
marking
in
the debut
2020,
celebration
okay.
of Hololive's Gen 5. But what should have been a celebration of Mano Aloe's promising career, a culmination of months of meticulous planning and hype, was instead overshadowed by a storm of controversy. The air was tense. Behind the scenes and on anonymous forum boards, people had already been talking, whispering, her past life shared, and other very sensitive info. Yet Mano Aloe proceeded with her debut stream as planned, and everything seemed well, at least on the surface. After all, she had garnered many fans in the very short amount of time she had to stream and prove herself. But from the start, her journey had been turbulent. A week-long Twitter restriction cast an early shadow on her growth, but the real tempest erupted when it was revealed she had inadvertently leaked her VTuber model months prior her debut during a Twitcast test stream. Hololive, in a move that shocked even the most jaded drama goblins, slammed Mano Aloe with a 2-week suspension 2 days after her debut.
Oh my God.
Aloe delivered a tearful apology.
今回のライブ 2D の流出に関して話していこうと思います。まずはじめに大変申し訳ありませんでした。ライブ 2D の件は事実であり、ツイキャスでテスト配信をした後、削除せず漏れてしまったことが原因です。この件についてはマネージャーに許可をいただき実施したのですが、最終的に一目につく形で残ってしまいました。これは完全に私が削除せず、管理不足がとても甘かったため、一目につく場に残ってしまいました。改めて今回の件について関係者の皆様、ホロライブメンバー、同期の皆様、そして私のことを少しでも応援しようとしてくださった視聴者様、 に大変ご迷惑をおかけしてしまい、本当に申し訳ございません。この件に関しては、カバー株式会社の厳重注意があり、今後は私自身の意識の甘さを改善してまいります。今回の私の処分として、本日より2週間謹慎することとなりました。この期間中に自身を見直し、改善していくつもりです。デビューしてすぐこのような形になり、大変申し訳ありませんが、しっかりと反省して自分を見つめ直してきますので、戻ってきた際にまだ私のことを応援してあげるよって方はまた応援していただけると幸いです。これも少し私の方からのお願いなのですが、特定があまりにも進んでしまって、
Oh my god, what the
現在
fuck?
家の固定電話に電
Wait,
話
they
がかか
found
って
her
き
like
て、
home phone
まだ数は
number?
少
What
ない
the
ですが、
fuck?
そういう被害が出ています。事実のことでインターネット上で叩いたり批判するのは本当に構わないのですが、
Right,
そこま
yeah.
でやるのは控えていただきたいです。
Jesus
彼
Christ,
氏
what
疑
the
惑
fuck?
となってる方が、名前は挙げないんですけどいるのですが、
Oh my
もう彼とは
god.
今一切関係
That's
もなく、
all? That's
なんなら
it?
私がもう
Fucking
デビューする
hell.
前に関係が切れてるお方なので、彼の方にDM を送ったりだとか、そういうのはやめていただきたいです。今回の事実の件について私のことで
What, she got harassed for
叩くのは本当に
that?
ご
What?
もっともだと思っているので、そこに関してはたくさん言ってくれて構わないのですが、憶測や本当じゃないことで叩くのはやめていただきたいです。
That fateful L2D leak had been during a Twitcast test stream back in May, months prior her debut, on her private PL account named Dedechi Shion. It was a private stream with only 3 viewers, probably her managers that had greenlit the test, but what they had forgotten to follow up with her is that the VOD needed to be deleted as well. But the Hololive suspension and her subsequent apology video shed even more light on that situation as more people got to learn about her mistake and harassed her in turn. The fanbase splintered into faction. Those who condemned her, those who defended her, and those who blamed Hololive for green-lighting that fateful stream. But the true devastation came with the doxing. Aloe's real identity, her past relationships, even her old past lives were all unearthed and dissected,
Oh my
revealing an
God.
impure and irresponsible past deemed
what?
incompatible with the idealized image of
The
a
following is not my opinion. Oh, wait. Oh, was she? Wait. Was it found that she was like controversial? Is that what happened? Or
VTuber idol. The fans felt that she had acted irresponsibly and carelessly, and so she wasn't fit to join the ranks of Hololive. She had become a threat. Mano Aloe's story, like so many other internet drama, really shows how easy it is to get caught in an echo chamber where outrage grows like well, you get the idea. Algorithms feeds us what they think we want to see. Headlines are designed to trigger those sweet, sweet outrage clicks. We only ever see one side.
okay, this isn't. You know what? I can't even be mad about that ad transition. That was a good. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not like mad at anybody for making their getting the money, getting bank. I'm just saying like I thought that was a pretty good transition to the ad, I gotta say.
Because just a week prior to the debut, Momosuzu Nene, another member of the 5th
Nene?
generation, shared a fan art. An act that would inadvertently lead to revealing the past lives of the entire generation.
Wait, what?
Some fans immediately recognized the art style, found the artist, saw that it followed the other girls' past life accounts, and connected the dots in a true
Oh no, that could have just been a simple mistake. I don't know, right?
internet sleuth style. And once Mano Aloe debuted,
Oh, what could it have been? Is it? I don't know. Damn. I don't think Nene did it on purpose, right? It must have been like I guess it was just an accident. I mean, because people really do like dig into things, right?
it was very easy to confirm her very distinctive voice with her past life.
Right.
Basically, disgruntled fans already had all the ammo they needed on Mano Aloe and were just waiting for her debut to fire them off.
Jesus
And since
Christ.
she had interconnected a lot of her online accounts, it was easy for the internet mob to track them all down, finding a whole arsenal of reasons to hate her,
Oh my
as well as
God,
all
what the
the
fuck?
confidential info they needed to attack her. She had been on the internet since 2014, leaving
Oh.
a sizable digital footprint. We know that sometimes around 2017 or 2018, she became Delutaya and created her Twitter account. But
Whoa, wait, she had a whoa, she was a wait, is she a big creator? 150,000 followers. Wow, damn. Did she go back? Is this what she is now, or did she go back to here, or what?
on that very same Twitter account where she shared her dreams of joining Hololive, Antis unearthed a treasure trove of ammunition. They found horny and immature jokes.
I have such a nasty smell. I don't think I'll ever be able to have sex. Since he is a perverted character, he is easy to talk to and difficult to talk to. Do you think there's a huge difference?
Seemingly unsuitable for a young lady
Oh
aspiring.
my god, fuck off. Was this because it was like back in, I don't know, like earlier on in Whole Life? Because like there are some Whole Life members now say like some pretty lewd stuff, right? And the fan base seem to be like receptive to it. So I don't know, was it because it's just like back earlier in Whole Life? Like earlier in the days as 2020? So were the fans like more wanting them to be idol-like? I don't know. Because like
to join the ranks of illustrious idols. Unprofessional, they cried. Unfitting. This is Hololive, not some sort of degenerate back alley internet den. What they failed to
that tweet wasn't even that bad, was it? I don't
see,
know.
however, was the context. Delutaya's online persona was forged in the crucible of a difficult past. A childhood marked by trauma. By a father whose explosive anger filled her with terror.
もう離婚してるんだけど、前の父親がマジでやばかった、DV とか。
Oh my
女だっ
god.
たから暴力とかもそんなに振るわれなかったんだけど、弟の方はさ、そう性別が男だったからもう暴力とかも全然振るわれてたし。
Forcing her to seek solace in the solitary confines of her room,
Oh my
alone
god.
with her computer.
Jesus.
The situation,
Oh
a
my
toxic
god.
cocktail of abuse and neglect, eventually drove her to drop out of high school.
Oh my
her dreams
god.
deferred as she couldn't leave her harsh family environment.
結構その
That's
デルタ
horrible.
って過酷なさ家庭環境でずっと育ってきたんだけど学生時代からああこれ絶対自分うつ病当てはまってんなとか思いつつも別にその時学生だったからさ自分でなんか病院に行くほどの財力とかもないし
Oh. Or she couldn't get help. Yeah.
She found escape in the online world where she let loose as any teenage girl would.
Damn, that's horrible. She's like, yeah, saying basically, I guess one the context of what I'm sort of like getting, she said like she couldn't afford the hospital in the sense like she couldn't, like there was no one really to help her. Like she couldn't go out of her way to sort of seek out help. She dropped out of school and she's at home by herself, and she's in that sort of dangerous situation. There's no real way for her to by herself, I guess, actively to like seek, help. That's terrible.
In one
like,
instance, she turned a fan-sent dildo into sashimi.
You what?
God. What?
In another one, she expressed the desire to become a singer and have sex with handsome men.
You what?
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
what?
agree.
And finally made
I agree. Honestly, I would have sex with handsome men. I mean, fuck.
a derogatory remark about Koreans' men's genitals.
What?
A bit of
I
dark,
love Ukraine.
albeit
Yeah, I
dirt-
mean, yeah, I mean, she's honestly, I just think she's kind of based. I mean, she kind of based. Honestly, I just think she's kind of based.
the comedy,
Damn.
but who at 19 hasn't made a few questionable jokes after all? But worst of all, she
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think they're necessarily that bad. I mean, there's like some sussy jokes,
was rumored to have a boyfriend, as her aunties claimed. Absolutely unacceptable
Oh
for
my God,
future
I can't
idol.
believe
They
somebody
obtained the
with a
number of that
boyfriend.
alleged boyfriend and also proceeded to harass and call him. Not only that, but she got diagnosed with severe bipolar
Oh my
disorder when she
God.
was just 20 years old, which led her to be particularly depressed on some
Oh my
days
God.
and very hopeful on others. But the biggest spite Manu's
Damn, I feel terrible for her then. If she's like, got into the point where she got into whole life, which is by her dream, and then it all just came crashing down. Like I can't imagine that, you
The
know?
antis had against her can be traced back to a single Twitcast stream on her lesser-known Dedechi account. In a moment of unguarded honesty meant for a handful of very close fans, she discussed her past experiences and offered a warning.
事務所選びは慎重にって感じ。もう自分もだから多分その類から引っ張られたんだろうけど、そうだからダメだよ、ほんまに。ブラックすぎるというか、束縛が激しい事務所に行ったらダメです。やばいよ、恋愛禁止だしね。そう、恋愛禁止だから、本当にうちの事務所。で、それをよく思ってなかった人がいて、その事務所のなんかその V の中の人同士で遊んでいた時に、なんかその工藤千歳のなんかリアルの顔が裏垢で拡散され、それが身内同士で回って表に出てきて。
This cryptic statement, coupled with her general criticism of the idol industry and black companies, which are quite fair, ignited a firestorm of controversy.
What?
Despite her
Why?
critiques being aimed at the industry as a whole and not...
Yeah, that's definitely sounded like she was talking about just the I think that is a pretty, in my opinion, like a tame. Even now, like even she was saying this, you know, back in like 2020, possibly before 2020, like that's probably an opinion I sort of have, like a lot of people sort of have, you know, just based on the industry as a whole. It definitely and I think it's still sort of happening today within, you know, idol culture, that sort of thing.
Hololive specifically, fans seized upon her words, twisted them into accusations of hypocrisy and betrayal. They accused her of breaching NDAs, leaking contract details, being a grifter, and even, despite no evidence specifically alluding to either Hololive or Niji Sanji as a black company.
What?
No. I know what you're thinking, but those were different times back then. Lastly,
I mean, I feel like it doesn't even make any sense. If she thought that, like, in a hypothetical sense, she was calling them black companies, why would she join one? Why, if you actively, like, you know, hypothetically, right, if you actively thought Hololive was a black company, why would you then join Hololive? Like, what doesn't even make any sense, like, logically speaking? Because, like, a black company entails that, like, it harms you as the talent. It puts you in a bad position. So if you genuinely thought it was a black company, why the fuck would you join? Like, what?
He also brought the wrath of the Niji Sanji fanbase upon her because of that livestream. In her Twitcast, Mano Aloe let slip that Kudo Shitose, an ex-Niji Sanji member, had been driven to retire due to a stalker leaking her private information. Furthermore, she linked Shitose's indie VTuber account to her past identity, a transgression considered the highest taboo in the industry, especially back then.
Oh my god.
それが身内同士で回って表に出てきて、でなんか本名、工藤千歳の本名となんだっけ、顔面、顔写真となんか全部さらされて、住所までは言ってなかったかな。なんか出身校とかその年齢とか本名とか顔とか全部さらされてて、多分それでなんだろう、まあガチ恋勢とかがさ、まあ家にリア突したりとか、まあいろいろ細かな情報を調べて、まあなんかいろいろね、悪いことをするんじゃないかっていう心配を恐れての引退だからね、あれ。
Niji Sanji supporters accused Mano Aloe of breaching NDAs, although she was never affiliated with any color, and spreading misinformation, while Hololive fans doubled down on their accusations of recklessness and irresponsibility. The situation devolved into a chaotic dogpile fueled by a sense of moral outrage and a desperate need to protect Hololive. Adding fuel to the fire, fans even penned some sort of open letter to Hololive's international fan base under Mano Aloe's apology video, outlining their misunderstanding of the situation and emphasizing the gravity of Mano Aloe's transgression. The comment, dripping with righteous indignation, cemented the narrative that Mano Aloe had squandered her opportunity by irresponsibly leaking confidential information and disrespecting not only Hololive.
This is insane. This is crazy. It just seems like an honest, like, mistake. You know, like, to me, just as like an honest mistake, like, but I don't think like any of these things that she is saying is necessarily like bad. I thought there was gonna be for a second like, oh, they found her past life and she was like doing problematic things in her past life. But I guess if you were doing like bad things in your past life, I would hope they would have enough. You know, they would like whole life themselves be like, oh, well, if if your past life was actively you did bad things in your past life, then you just wouldn't have been hired in the first place. You know, being lewd is not, to me, you're not harming anybody being lewd, okay? Like, you're not, okay?
but also those outside the agency.
Foreign fans of Hololive, please listen. As Japanese, there's something none of you understand, and this is not some 2chan gossip you're probably thinking. Proof is much given on this, so here it goes. You probably know of Aloe leaking her L2D in a Twitcast, which was the main reason of this apology. But here's what you don't know, and the reason the Japanese fans are so mad. So, during the stream, she made statements against her contract being signed with Hololive. She ranted about how she had to cut ties with her friends, which is already not a good start since details in the contract are to be kept between the contractor and the company and is not to be shared. She then proceeded to leak more information on the contract signed with Cover. By the way, in case you noticed, this is all on her, not Cover. But it gets worse. She then began to talk about retired Niji Sanji, yes you heard me, not Hololive, Niji Sanji VTuber Kudo Chitose. A little context, Chitose has no connections with Aloe or Hololive, so Aloe is completely talking from a third-person view. And what she said is the real reason Japanese are mad. She began to say Chitose's retirement was because her personal information was leaked. Now, this rumor does not even exist on 2chan. So here's Aloe talking someone she doesn't even know, someone from a different group, spreading random rumors of her. I don't know if you know how fucked up of a thing she did. This is not only hurting Chitose personally, but Niji Sanji as a group too. So please, before you argue about the Japanese being harsh, remember, the Japanese community knows much more than you, and ignorant encouragement can lead to far worse problems than this. People must see this, so I need your help to make this confusion clear. Confusion like this can create divisions between the Japanese and foreign community, and that is the last thing I want.
Mano Aloe acknowledged her mistake in sharing the rumor and apologized to both.
Right, yeah. Okay, so she overshared, okay. Like yeah, okay. So she kind of like overstepped in talking about things. Okay, that does make sense. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think I can't really say it isn't like a necessarily like, if she didn't know those details as fact, then I don't think you should talk about them. But also, I don't really feel like in a corporate setting like that, when you are you're representing Hololive, you should really be talking about rumors and speculative stuff about other livers in general, like other VTubers just in a general sense. But I don't know if it was out of malicious or the stuff behind that. I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, I believe she should be 100% terminated, but like suspension, maybe she learnt her lesson. I would personally say I don't think that she deserves to be like 100% just terminated instantly, but I mean, if the things that she said did go against the contract and it did break NDA, then that's a whole other thing, where, because obviously you're breaking NDA publicly and you are stating things like the contract you're not supposed to be saying, and you do break NDA, you do break contract, then I can't really say anything about if Cover Corp decided to terminate her because that's their decision. She did break she did break NDA, even if it is a mistake. Sadly, you can't take a mistake like that back. That is a mistake that is too much to really just be forgiven. That's how contracts work, sadly. You just have to be very careful.
Of Chitose and her viewers, but the context of her actions were often ignored. Her stream was viewed by only 19 people and was a space for her to share her genuine concerns about the VTuber industry's darker side. Concerns that would tragically foreshadow her own fate. And although her comments about security issues...
Oh wait, was this saying that that was a live stream before she was in a Hololive? Or after she was in Hololive.
And the ease of doxing and harassment proved eerily true. Ironically, it was precisely these anxieties that fueled the narrative spun by her detractors.
怖いな普通に顔バレは別に自分問題ないんだけど家まで来られるっていうのがめっちゃ怖い
That's
顔
fucking
バレは一部の人にし
horrifying.
てるしなんかもともとライブとか行ってたからそうもうそこでもう全然バレてるから全然いいんだけど
Like, no, because, like, when it gets to the point when if people are literally fucking stalking your house, that can lead to, like, it is as dangerous as you could get fucking murdered. Like, you actually can. Like, it's you don't know what those people could potentially do, what their intentions are by fucking stalking your house. You know, that can lead to you being harmed physically, and that is where that, like, it's stalking, right? That's where, that's fucking scary. Those people should be arrested.
家
Those
ま
people
で
should
来
be
るの
arrested
本当
for
にやばい
doing
いや
that.
一回ね自分デルタヤとして歌い手でやってた時にまあなんか
Those people need to be
ストーカーみたい
fucking
なのが
arrested.
いたん
Those
だ
people
よ
need to be
一時期
fucking
なんか
arrested.
その人
Those
It
people
was
need to go to
also
jail.
easy to debunk that Mano Aloe wasn't talking about cover corp in that stream. The rules and restrictions, such as the no dating ban,
Oh
that
no, because she's just talking about stuff in general. She's not talking about, because this is a generalization that you can make about just the industry as a whole. Like, you're talking about it's because it's like these aren't like specifics. These aren't specific things that she's saying. Like, she's saying like specifically, oh, on the cover corp contract. No, this is like talking about, oh, like, you know, if I was in a company, they do this and they don't allow you to have boyfriends, which could be like a thing that you could make and say that, oh, that's like a generalization based off of idol culture in a general sense. That doesn't break
Mano Aloe
NDA.
described didn't align with Cover Corp's policies that we know, and the timeline she referenced, 2019, clashed with the Gen 5 debut, which started in 2020.
Right,
Yet
yeah.
this misinformation was fueled by a rabid fanbase desperate to protect the sanctity of their idols, and painted Mano Aloe as a loose-lipped threat to Hololive's image. The calls to save Gen 5
Oh, fuck
intensified as the once promising idol became
This
the
is
target
terrible.
of relentless harassment.
Oh my God.
They wanted her gone, and they weren't going to stop until she was.
I didn't really know too much about this. I'm not educated too much on the idol community or like the idol fan base. And I didn't realize how toxic it was.
Yeah.
They don't see them as human beings.
Yeah, they don't.
They see them as like, they put them on a pedestal and they treat them as the most pure, most innocent, and
Essentially,
just
yeah.
another godly
Yeah.
being in their life. And
Essentially,
when
yeah,
you get put on
definitely.
that pedestal, it's really hard to make mistakes.
Mano
Yeah.
Aloe, they decided.
Yeah. It's definitely that, like, yeah, it's toxic. It's like you have to be the most pure, you know, especially this to female idols, you know, they have to be cute, pure, and innocent, and they can't make any form of mistakes. They can't have a boyfriend. They can't be lewd. Because they're to be innocent and pure, which obviously, when you're a grown fucking adult, that is just not the case. And obviously, yeah, when there's like, how many girls in Hololive, like, 50? 60? 40? More than 40? It's like, oh, maybe one of them could have a boyfriend in their personal life, which is obviously fine, because they're a grown adult, but
was a liability. The golden goose was about to get cooked. As Mano
no.
Aloe weathered the storm of controversy, a glimmer of hope emerged from an unexpected source: her international fan base.
Oh, yes. America, yeah. Oh yeah, because that's true. Because it does seem like a lot of this has just come from the Japanese audience. Like we've not really heard much about the Western audience. Yeah.
On August 18, 2020, a group of devoted supporters
Yeah,
rallied together,
good,
forming
nice.
the Mano Aloe Support Squad, or commonly called Mass. Their mission
Mass.
to combat the negativity and shower Mano Aloe with
Nice.
love
That's
and
nice. That's
encouragement.
nice.
They launched a campaign creating a dedicated website complete with a message board and games,
Oh, that's
urging
beautiful.
positive tweets,
That's very
fan
nice.
arts, and spearheading a hashtag project to amplify their message.
Yay.
This outpouring of support, however, was met with suspicion and even accusations of exacerbating the harassment. Some claimed the hashtag campaign backfired, drawing more negative attention
really?
to Mano Aloe.
Oh.
Others asserted that the harassment had been dying down before Mass intervened,
Oh.
and they were just stirring the pot further. These claims, however, were unfounded, fueled by speculation and a desire to sow discord
I
within
mean,
the
even if that was the case, I feel like it's with pure intentions.
fandom. The truth is, the hashtag campaign resonated, reaching Mano Aloe and demonstrating the unwavering support of her international fanbase. For example, the musical artist who had worked on Mano Aloe's music and was originally distraught by the news of her suspension saw the positive message and even commented,
The atmosphere on English-language Discord servers like the Mano Aloe Support Squad and HL Resistance on the Hololive subreddit was completely different from the negativity on Japanese platforms like Twitter and 5chan. It was heartwarming to see so many comments expressing concern for Mano Aloe, offering words of encouragement, and sharing in the collective feelings of anger and sadness. I want to express my gratitude for this space. Even though this is also in Japanese, some people wrote that international fans are blind and don't understand the context. I don't understand. Am I the one in the wrong?
This outpouring of support would be crucial in the days to come as Mano Aloe faced the most difficult decision of her career.
Oh,
The announcement
no.
came as a blow.
Oh.
On August 30th, Hololive declared Mano Aloe's voluntary graduation, citing her inability to
So she graduated on her own accord. Okay, so so she didn't get terminated. Oh, damn it. I guess it's because, she couldn't, it's too much for her mentally. That's terrible.
continue due to the mental
Oh
and
my
physical
god, that's horrible. Oh my god, poor girl. That's fucking horrible.
toll of relentless harassment. It was a somber end
That's
to a
horrible.
career barely a fortnight
That's
old.
horrible.
The remaining
Oh my
members
God.
of Gen 5,
That's-
their voices tick
that's
with
absolutely
emotion, confirmed the
terrible.
news in a video announcement on September 1st.
That's
heartbreak
horrible.
was palpable.
改めて本日、私たちの同期で友人のマノアロエに関して5期生のみんなでちょっとお話ししたいなと思いましたので、短い時間ですが、配信させていただきます。はい。で、先ほど、ホロライブの運営から、マノアロエ引退のプレスがリリースされました。結論から言うと、5期生としては、マノアロエちゃんを、受け入れる体制はできていたんですが、やっぱり彼女の体調とか思いを考慮して、彼女の意見を一番に尊重する結果となります。で、正直ちょっと心境的には、その5期生全員、今もう本当に複雑で、悲しいのはもう本当に一番なんですけれども。
The Genmates often still pay tribute to Mano Aloe by singing some of her songs or in other various ways.
That's really nice. Aw.
おかしい適応の奥ボックめっちゃ強くねこれ誰のヘッドホンとかあるんかなあ、アロエちゃんか
で、これは僕だけがいない街、Erased。ちょっとね、うまいけど、ちょっと。なんとも言いづらいんだよな。元気でいてくれてるといいです、本当に。ねえ、ほんとセクだよ。
フォロ5は5人だからフォロ5なんですかみたいなこと聞かれるけど、それも5期生の5あるから別に4人人数が変わろうがねねたちはフォロー5だし、
that's nice.
まなちゃんも卒業しちゃったけど
I can't even imagine that. Like that's your dream, and you got your dream fulfilled. You got into your dream position. You got into your dream place, and you just face ruthless harassment and beaten down mentally to the point where you can't take it anymore. I can't even imagine that. Damn, poor Orohe. Damn, that's horrible. I didn't know that's what happened to her. That's horrible.
フォロー5あるからそういうことね。
As the news of Mano Aloe's graduation sank in, a sense of unease settled over the fandom. The aunties who had wished for her downfall celebrated the graduation.
Disgusting.
On the other hand, many began to question if they had gone too far.
You have
if
gone
their
too
criticism
far.
had played a role in her
You
departure.
did.
Newsflash, it did.
You did. You fuck
Meanwhile,
you. You did.
Mano Aloe
You definitely did. Fuck you. You definitely did. You fuck those guys. 100% you did. Yeah, obviously. If you push somebody to graduate based off of emotional harm and their physical and mental health deteriorating, that is actively your fucking fault and taking it too far. Your criticisms shouldn't be so mentally taxing and affecting them mentally, because that's not that's not criticism, that's harassment. To the point where they feel like they have to leave their dream job, their dream position, because they can't handle the quote-unquote criticism. That is definitely taking it too far. Fuck those people. Disgusting.
Aloe's international fans grappled with a mix of grief, anger, and guilt. The community was split. Some felt they had unintentionally contributed to her downfall, while others remained convinced that she deserved the backlash and mocked her to the very end, with hashtags such as retirement RTA trending on Twitter, which meant real-time attack, or in other words, graduation speedrun.
Oh
The
my
blame
God.
shifted then from Mano Aloe to Hololive, with fans expressing anger at the company's perceived inaction in protecting her. They pointed to Niji Sanji, a rival VTubing agency, which had recently implemented an anti-harassment policy.
I do feel like that is there sort of a thing to talk about of could Cover have done better to have help her against and stopping that harassment, that abuse, or helping her mentally, because when she was in that space and she wasn't emotionally or mentally okay, is there somebody for her to talk to? Is there like mental health professionals in Hololive that can talk to the talents, that can help them? Do you have measures in stopping harassment from happening? Could you have made a public statement to say to stop anything like that?
And demanded Hololive to do the same. Hololive fans even put out a petition urging the company to do more to protect their talents. Hololive eventually implemented an anti-harassment policy and reporting feature in 2020, demonstrating a commitment to better protecting their talents.
That's good.
Though
That's good.
this positive change sadly came at the expense of Mano Aloe's career.
Yeah, but the thing is, that should have been like, these sort of things should have been there a long time before. This should have been there at the beginning, or this should have been there when Hololive was growing, when Hololive was getting bigger. If she got like 100k subs in a day, you need this, because when you have such a massive audience, these things can happen. You need these measures there. This should have been there before she joined. This should have been there before Gen 5 debuted, even before Gen 5 debuted. This should have been something you should have been looking at from the very beginning to protect your talents, to help them emotionally and mentally.
This made 5chan go into a complete meltdown. An anonymous poster uploaded a picture of court letters from Cover Corporation. These letters, he claimed, were dispatched on the 4th of September, and this made members of the board panic and blame each other. Some claims they were fake, some others claimed they did take legal actions.
This is based on like harassment, for harassment and slander? Is this like for like,
It's merely a slap
defamation?
on the wrist. What we do know is that it very much became a, this is real moment.
Yeah.
And the harassment of Mano Aloe drastically died down after
I'm
her
suffering
graduation. Amidst the turmoil,
consequence of my own
Mano Aloe's
actions.
dedicated
Wow.
fans rallied to preserve her legacy. They archived her limited content, and in a heartwarming display of dedication, even organized the translation and delivery of fans' letters from around the world to Mano Aloe herself.
Wow,
A task
that's
Hololive had
amazing.
initially promised but failed to fulfill. This act of love and support, spearheaded by the Billy de Lutaya support group, stands in stark contrast to the destructive actions of the antis, proving that even in the darkest corner of the internet, compassion and goodwill can have an impact. After her graduation, De Lutaya fell into deep despair. Being a high school dropout for the reasons I explained earlier, and now losing one of her only prospects of a real job, and by that, a better life for herself, as well as financial independence from her family, she had lost all hope. She blamed herself for her mistakes and for everything that had happened. This led to her attempting at her own life.
デルタはね、7階から飛んだね。
What
こ
the
れも今じゃ笑い話だけども。
What the fuck?
デルタはね、7階から飛んだね。もうこれも
Seventh floor? Oh my god. I don't even I don't know what to say. That's just like heartbreaking to hear. 7th floor. Oh my god. I hope she's doing okay now. I hope she's doing better now, because that's unimaginable. Poor fucking girl.
今じゃ笑い話だけども。マジでもう、やってらんねえと思って飛んだことがあって。そうで、死ねなくて、そのまま、
Oh my
そこ
god.
入院だった。
Fortunately, something stopped the fall, and maybe that
Thank-
was life's way of
thank
telling her
fucking
she
God.
needed to keep
Oh my
going.
God,
Shortly
thank
after that,
God.
De Lutaya sought help at a mental ward.
その精神病棟に入院した時にそこで知り合った女の子の友達と4人で LINE グループを組んでるんよ。そのデルタ以外のみんなは結構そのデルさんよりもさらになんか過酷な状況にいた子たちだから本当にもう薬ないと生きていけないみたい
Oh my
な
god,
状
that's
態の子
that's
しかいなくて
horrible.
その薬ずっと飲み続けてマジでその滑舌そのろれつが回んなくなったりとかなんかそういうのってデルタの活動上やっぱ響くからさ、だからデルタは基本その薬は飲まない、まあ本当にひどい時は飲むけど基本は飲まないね。
The timeline isn't exact here, whether this was before her attempt or after. We don't know, but we do know that she had largely disappeared from the internet for a while, and this is when a fake Mano Aloe Twitter account surfaced, attempting to scam heartbroken fans and
What
take
the
advantage of the
fuck?
situation
That's disgusting. That is fucking vile. Of course somebody would fucking do that.
by posing as her.
Disgusting.
Mano Aloe felt the need to protect her fans and re-emerge from the shadows to briefly unlock her Twitter account to warn her followers that this wasn't her. Her family situation intensified when her father punched a hole in the wall. De Lutaya did her best to avoid all contact with him, spending as much time as possible in her studio and only leaving her room to eat. This moment, as strange as it may seem, became a turning point. Fans, with their concern amplified by the glimpse into Mano Aloe's turbulent home life, rallied to support her. They brainstormed ways to help her escape this suffocating environment, to reclaim her independence and rebuild her life. Fanbox, a platform allowing for direct financial support
Oh my
from
god,
fans,
did they help her financially so she like move out or something? That would be amazing if they did that.
emerge as a viable solution.
その当時のファンボックスとか見てた人はもうわかると思うけどマジでやばかったんよね。ほんと死にかけの人間だったから。
Oh my
だから
god.
最初はデルタはこうやってなんか YouTube で配信する気もなかったよ。もうそんぐらいマジでメンタルがもうそれどころじゃなくて、もうとにかくなんか死ねなかったどうしようみたいな。
Oh my
死
god.
ねなかったどうしようみたいな。どうやって生きていけばいいんだろうみたいななって。最初はなんかこんな表だった活動
And I definitely I think this is something that I think a lot of people like don't sort of get when they're like oh why is she like lol, why is she like laughing about it. I think a lot of people you know in sort of traumatic situations they sort of like you know laugh about it. Like when they're talking it seems like they're not like quote unquote taking it seriously, but I think that's like I sort of do that as well. It's a coping mechanism, joking about yourself and saying like oh like what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna die. You know that's very much so. I think a coping mechanism that I think a lot of people who have dealt with like self harm, with like attempted suicide and things like that, with like they it's sort of like a way of coping. to sort of like joke about yourself and sort of joke about it. And I think sometimes people don't really realize the fact that they're not like don't take it on the surface level of them not taking their situation, them not taking like mental health seriously. It's more of when you're talking about your own sort of situation and your own mental struggles, sort of, you know, making quote unquote, like in that sense of making fun of yourself is definitely, I feel like, a way to cope with it, and it's a way to deal with it by yeah, like using it as sort of a coping mechanism. Like humor and laughter can be a coping mechanism for traumatic situations.
活動はせずに、とりあえずその当時心配してくれた人とか、なんかこう優しい言葉をかけてくれたそのファンボックスの人のためだけに、なんかこうファン限定配信とかをして、なんかもう細々と生きていこうと思ってたんだよね、その当時は。
Mano Aloe was hesitant to offer rewards or traditional VTuber content at first and opted for a simple diary format, pouring her thoughts and feeling into intimate, heartfelt entries. It was a lifeline, a connection to a community that refused to abandon her. She made a wish list and fans contributed, purchasing items that allowed her to create a sanctuary within her own room. A mini fridge, a cooking stove, snacks, drinks, everything she needed to exist independently, to escape the turmoil of her home and find solace in her devoted fandom. And it worked. Delutaya, in her own words, credits her fans with saving her, with giving her a reason to keep going during a time when darkness threatened to consume her.
こう救ってくれた人たちへのなんか感謝の気持ちみたいなのをまた思い出すことができる。別にさ、常日頃やっぱり自分の頭のどっかの片隅にはあるんだけどさ、そうそう、なんかそれをまた鮮明に思い出せるっていうのは結構ね、大事なんだよね。モチベーションにつながるんだよね。
They refused to abandon her, and she embarked on a long and difficult journey towards recovery. The path was not easy. 2020 and 2021 was marred by several hospitalizations for both physical and mental reasons, and several hiatus as well. But her fans continued to shine a light, organizing even a computer project to provide her with necessary tools to return to streaming. She re-emerged slowly, first through private fanbox only Twitcast streams where she used a static PNG, and then did a few streams on YouTube, to finally an official return to the public eye in a triumphant stream on September 20, 2022, where she revealed her Life 2D model made by the same VTuber artist that had designed Mano.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's so nice of the artist to do that. Because the model looks really nice also. That's super nice. That's so nice of the original model artist to make a new model for her. That's amazing.
Aloe. This Live 2D debut was particularly celebrated by those who stood by her because they knew exactly what she had been through and how hard she had worked to get that far. The stream was a huge success, garnering over 13,000 viewers, and she released a cover song in her typical style. Bumps in the road for the VTuber Delutaya weren't over as she found herself embroiled in a controversy with Mikeneko, formerly known as Roshi Oruha. After Mikeneko accused Delutaya of spreading negative rumors about her to a gossip streamer, Delutaya, shocked by the accusation and claiming no memory of the incident, attempted to resolve the misunderstanding directly with Mikeneko. However, Mikeneko refused any communication without legal representation, citing video evidence she possessed but wouldn't share. This led Delutaya to seek legal counsel and contact Mikeneko's legal team, only to be met with further refusal and even blocked on Twitter. Frustrated and seeking to clear her name, Delutaya released a public statement explaining the situation, but declared her intention to move forward with her content creation, hoping for continued support from her fans. Mano Aloe's story is a stark reminder that the internet can be a cruel and
the internet can be a fucking horrible place. I'm glad that she's doing better now. Just check, she's about to hit 300,000 subscribers. So she's like she's a successful indie. That's props to her for. I mean, like that is incredible in the sense of I think there would be so many other creators who wouldn't, people in general, I think, who wouldn't be able to pick themselves back up after something like that, but it shows the strength that she has, and that's truly amazing.
Place, especially for those who dare to be different, to be honest, to be human. But it's also a testament to the power of hope, of resilience, and of the unwavering support of a community that refused to let the light fade. She's emerged from the ashes not unscathed, but stronger, as she's finally made peace with her past struggles, her bipolar disorder a fading echo as she's learned to deal with it better, and her heart overflowing with gratitude to the fans who quite literally saved her. But enough sentimentality. If you want to join me for some chaotic deep dives in the wild and often terrifying world of VTubers, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave your thoughts on the Mano Aloe saga down below. Until next time, stay safe.
Okay, so yeah, that was wow. I was not expecting that to be. This girl really needs a hug after all that she went through. Oh, 100%. Yeah, she does need a hug. Like, wow, that's horrible. I'm glad that she's doing better now. It shows the strength that she truly has. I did not know. I thought she was terminated. I don't know. I did not know that is what she went through. That is truly tragic, and yeah, the internet is a horrible place. It really is, and to see somebody who didn't even do anything that bad, like didn't even do anything wrong, to go through all of that, that's just no. I mean, no one should fucking ever be stalked or harassed to that extent ever. Never, 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 ever. And it shows the extent of what those sort of actions can have on somebody, because I can't fucking imagine how scary it would be to get stalked, to have people coming to your home, calling your home address. It's fucking terrifying. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to do more of these documentary kind of reactions about different things about VTubers and Hololive members, learning about Hololive, learning about the history of Hololive. So yeah, please do consider the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos in the future. We're getting close to hitting 20k subscribers. How many will check 20k subscribers? Please do consider the subscribe button down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Bye bye.